Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Resurrection. And this is a new horror, thriller, mystery, drama, crime story that's all kinds of things smashed together, coming from IFC Midnight, from director Andrew Semans, who also wrote this film, and stars Rebecca Hall as Margaret, who is a woman who's high up in her company. She has her life in order. She's capable, disciplined, and successful. Everything is under control. That is until David returns, carrying with him the horrors of Margaret's past. And David is played by Tim Roth. And he kind of is introduced as a specter into Margaret's life. Somebody who's just kind of there. He starts appearing. She starts freaking out. She storms out of a conference. She runs out of a store with her daughter, who's completely confused. Abby, played by Grace Kaufman, and her maybe boyfriend. They just kind of sleep around together. Peter, played by Michael Esper. He is concerned. Her worker, Gwen, played by Angela Wong Carbone, is trying to make connections with her and confide in her. And you have this moment, I think one of the big turning points of this film, where Margaret kind of opens up about her past, and it's so disturbing and weird. Even Gwen's like, "Are you messing with me?" And that's one of the monumental shifts in this film, where I think Semans' screenplay starts really divulging into is Margaret crazy? Did she imagine these things? Everybody's concerned in her life. And it hits on a lot of those familiar beats narratively of daughter calls for help, boyfriend calls for help, people start isolating from her, she's spiraling, she's waking up in strange places, she's really, really sick and concerned. And the way that Rebecca Hall portrays it is incredible. She gives an amazing performance in this film. She is such a talented actress. You see the phrase of her sanity going. You see the deep emotional trauma she's going through. She's perturbed. She's uncomfortable. She's unnerved by this whole entire situation. And it's directed very sleekly. It has a very distinct look to it. Great framing, great lighting. It uses shadow and really captures an intensity. But when it really comes down to it, and it leads up to quite a disturbing, unnerving climax, but I don't know how much narratively and really has an oomph. It has an impact. It has a satisfying arc to it. And I feel that's where it comes up a little bit short. But if you're in it for the thrills and the atmosphere and this incredible central performance, and also a strong supporting one from Tim Roth, who's just creepy, and it's hard to gauge what's really going on with his character, but Roth really makes you intrigued about what's going on and keeps you on your toes. And he could sell so many things with his devilish grin that he has too, and the physicality. But there's a lot of elements that work here, but I feel its pieces don't add up to something that's more impressive than those elements. And in the end, it's still a worthwhile watch, especially if you're into the genre, these horror thrillers. It'll keep you on the edge of your seat. I don't know how satisfied you'll be by the time you get to the ending here, but it has a lot to say about trauma and grieving and how we deal with it. But in the end, this is a pretty crazy and weird experience. Definitely worth checking out, at least. But those are my thoughts on Resurrection. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.